Hi, I'm John Napolitano, the CEO of U.S. Wealth Management in Braintree, Massachusetts. Just like you do some spring cleaning for your house, you need to do some for your personal financial house. You know what it's like in the spring. You wash the windows, you didn't even realize they were dirty, but all of a sudden you can see everything. Well, when it comes to spring cleaning your personal finances, let's start with cash flow. Now, not everyone knows exactly how much they spend or how much they intend to spend, but it's a good start. So you might go back and look to see what you spent last year, and then going forward, have a plan. Know how much you're going to spend, and then know whether you spent that much, you spent more, you spent less. Also, that'll be a good way for you to target your savings goal. The next would be in your investments. So for example, in your 401k, the day you started work, that was a busy day. You signed up for all your benefits, you signed up for your 401k, and that 401k allocation is not expected to be a set it and forget it thing. The investments you picked on day one may or may not be still the appropriate investments right now. So you need to take a look at that and do something more than just pick based on last year's winners. Take a look at some history. So if you suggest based on last year's winners, that's where you're going to put your 401k for this year, maybe stress test them. See how they did in 2002, 2004. Another might be your insurance policies. Every year in the mail you get that big fat packet of renewals for your homeowners, your auto, your liability, all the above. You need to read them. You need to take a look at the declarations page at least and ask yourself, did anything change? Is there a new driver in the house? Did you decide to rent your summer vacation cottage? Did you acquire a timeshare? Anything of that kind of nature going on that needs to impact your policies. And then last, take a look at your beneficiary elections. Maybe something else you did on day one at work, but if your beneficiary elections are pointed somewhere where they shouldn't be, maybe you're now married or maybe you've got children, that's something that also could use a little spring clean.